Who knew that something as cute as a bunny could be a merciless killer? The Galactic Union's most esteemed scientists gathered around a holographic display in the conference room aboard the flagship Veritas. For decades, they had attempted to unravel the mysteries of Earth, a planet classified as a death world due to its extreme conditions and formidable life forms. Yet despite their advanced technology and vast knowledge, they had always found Earth's biodiversity inexplicably hostile and perplexing. Dr. Zor, a renowned biologist from the planet Zor, furrowed his brow ridges as he manipulated the display to focus on an unassuming creature, the rabbit. According to our records, he began addressing the assembly of alien intellects. This small mammal is responsible for significant ecological disruptions. Its reproductive rate and voracious appetite have rendered it a dominant force in multiple environments. The room erupted in murmurs of disbelief. A representative from the insectoid race, ZR, clicked his mandibles in astonishment. A species so diminutive exerting such influence? Preposterous! Commander Vorak, a stoic figure from the warlike Drawn species, leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. Is this why Earth is a death world? Because of these rabbits? Dr. Zor shook his head. No, the rabbit is but one example. Earth's entire ecosystem operates on principles of constant struggle and adaptation. Predators and prey engage in a relentless arms race, each evolving more lethal adaptations to survive. He paused for dramatic effect. What we have here, he gestured as the display shifted to show a montage of Earth's more dangerous fauna, is an environment where every creature is locked in a battle for supremacy, making the planet incredibly hostile. The room collectively winced at the sight of a grizzly bear mauling its prey, a pack of wolves coordinating a hunt, and a venomous snake striking with lightning speed. These are but a fraction of Earth's life forms. From microscopic bacteria to apex predators, every organism is honed to survive at the expense of others. Dr. Zor continued, but what truly sets Earth apart are the humans. They have not only survived in this deadly environment, but have thrived, becoming the dominant species. Their ingenuity, adaptability, and resilience are unparalleled. Vordo grunted. Humans are well known in the galaxy, but they don't seem extraordinary compared to other species. Dr. Zor smirked. Let me show you something. He manipulated the holographic display again, this time bringing up a video feed of a human in the wilderness. The man, clothed in simple garments, was setting traps, starting a fire, and crafting weapons from stones and sticks. This human is a primitive hunter-gatherer, yet observe his resourcefulness. As the video played, the man successfully hunted and cooked his meal, all while keeping an eye on his surroundings for potential threats. Humans possess an unparalleled ability to manipulate their environment. They create tools, develop strategies, and work in groups, making them a formidable force on Earth. The audience watched in rapt attention as the video transitioned to show more advanced human endeavors. Cities rising from the ground, technological marvels, and space exploration. Despite the inherent dangers of their planet, humans had harnessed technology to overcome natural obstacles and even set their sights beyond their world. The Zor representative clacked his mandibles thoughtfully. But how does this relate to Earth being a death world? Dr. Zor's expression turned grave. Humans are the ultimate survivors in a world designed to kill. Their relentless pursuit of dominance has led to a planet teeming with life forms that have evolved to be as dangerous and resilient as possible. This has created a feedback loop where only the most lethal and adaptive species thrive. He paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. In short, Earth is a death world because its life forms, especially humans, have evolved to survive through unparalleled adversity. Their environment has bred resilience, aggression, and ingenuity, making the planet a crucible of deadly life forms. Commander Voresi's eyes gleamed with a mixture of respect and unease. So humans are both the cause and the product of this death world. Fascinating. The room fell silent as the implications settled in. The Galactic Union had always viewed humans with a mix of curiosity and caution, but now they understood the full extent of the danger posed by Earth's inhabitants. Dr. Zor's presentation had shed light on why this seemingly insignificant planet was a nexus of lethal life forms. Suddenly, an alarm blared, jolting everyone from their thoughts. A robotic voice echoed through the chamber. Unidentified life form detected aboard the Veritas. Security breach in Sector 7. The scientists exchanged worried glances. Security breaches were almost unheard of on the Veritas. Commander Vorak immediately took charge. All non-essential personnel, evacuate to secure zones. Security teams, converge on Sector 7. Dr. Zor's heart pounded as he hurriedly packed away his notes and prepared to leave. Just as he was about to exit the room, a junior scientist stumbled in, his face pale and eyes wide with terror. "Commander, it's a human." The room fell deathly silent. The mere mention of a human aboard their ship sent shivers down everyone's spines. Vorak clenched his fists. "How did a human get past our defenses?" The junior scientist stammered. "We don't know, sir, but he's armed and seems to know exactly where he's going." Dr. Zor's mind raced. If a human was aboard the Veritas, it could only mean one thing. They were in grave danger. He turned to Vorak. "Commander, we must contain this threat immediately. A single human could wreak havoc on our ship." Vorak nodded, his expression grim. "Agreed. Let's move out. We can't let this Deathworld compromise our mission." As the scientists and security teams moved to intercept the intruder, Dr. Zor couldn't help but marvel at the audacity and resourcefulness of humans. Here, in the heart of the Galactic Union's most secure vessel, a lone human had managed to infiltrate. The true nature of Earth as a death world was unfolding before their very eyes, and the stakes had never been higher. The corridors of the Veritas echoed with the sounds of hurried footsteps and the crackle of intercom instructions. Dr. Zor and Commander Vorak led the way, flanked by heavily armed security personnel. The ship's advanced sensors and automated defenses had been inexplicably bypassed, a feat that seemed impossible until now. They arrived at Sector 7, a storage bay filled with crates and advanced equipment. The room was dimly lit, shadows casting eerie shapes on the walls. Vordo motioned for his team to spread out and secure the area. "Stay alert," he whispered, gripping his plasma rifle tightly. "We have no idea what this human is capable of." Dr. Zor's mind raced through the possibilities. Humans were known for their adaptability and unpredictability. A single human infiltrator could pose a significant threat, not just to the ship, but potentially to their entire mission. Suddenly, a noise echoed from behind a stack of crates. Vorak signaled his team to move in. They advanced cautiously, weapons trained on the source of the sound. As they rounded the corner, they came face to face with the human intruder. He was a tall, muscular figure clad in dark tactical gear that seemed to blend with the shadows. His eyes were sharp and calculating, a stark contrast to the calm expression on his face. In his hand, he held a sleek, compact weapon unlike anything the aliens had seen before. "Hold it right there," Vorak barked, aiming his rifle at the human. "You're surrounded. Surrender now and you won't be harmed." The human's lips curled into a faint smile. "I doubt that," he replied, his voice steady and confident. "But I didn't come here to fight." Dr. Zor stepped forward, intrigued despite the danger. "Then why are you here?" The human's eyes locked onto Zor's. "I'm here to deliver a message." Vorak scowled. "A message from whom?" "From Earth," the human said simply. "And it's one you need to hear." The tension in the room was palpable. The security team tightened their grips on their weapons, ready to react at a moment's notice. Dr. Zor, however, sensed an opportunity to learn more about this enigmatic species. "Let him speak," Zor urged. "We might gain valuable insight." Vorak hesitated, then nodded curtly. "You've got 2 minutes. Make it quick." The human lowered his weapon slightly, though his posture remained vigilant. "My name is Captain Mark Harris, Special Operations, Earth Defense Force. We've been aware of your observations and studies of our planet, and while we've tolerated your curiosity, we can no longer ignore your presence." Dr. Zor furrowed his brow ridges. "What do you mean? Our intentions are purely scientific." Harris shook his head. "Intentions aside, your presence here threatens the delicate balance of our world. Earth is a death world, yes, but it is our home. We've adapted to its challenges, and in doing so, we've become stronger. But your interference risks destabilizing everything." Voras's eyes narrowed. "Destabilizing how?" Harris' expression hardened. "Your experiments, your probes, even your mere observation. It's all having an impact. Species are reacting to your presence in ways you can't understand. Ecosystems are shifting, and humans are beginning to notice." Dr. Zor was taken aback. "We had no idea our actions were causing such disruption. But you must understand, our goal is to learn, not to harm." Harris' gaze softened. "I believe you, but the damage has already been done. The balance is tipping." Earth may not survive much longer if this continues. For a moment, the room fell silent. The alien scientists exchanged the uneasy glances. They had never considered the possibility that their presence on Earth could have such consequences. "What do you suggest we do?" Dr. Zor asked, his voice betraying a hint of urgency. Harris straightened. "Cease your operations immediately. Leave Earth to its creatures, and let the humans decide their own fate. If you continue to meddle, Earth might just become the greatest death world the galaxy has ever seen. And we may not survive." As the human finished his words, a profound silence enveloped the room. Dr. Zor realized that the true nature of Earth as a death world was far more complex than he had ever imagined. The humans, though vulnerable in many ways, were far from weak. They had evolved to survive in a world of constant danger and had adapted to threats from both their environment and, now, from the stars. Captain Harris looked around the room, his eyes scanning the alien faces. "The choice is yours," he said simply. "Leave us in peace, and we'll leave you to your studies. But if you don't, you'll find that Earth is a far more dangerous place than you ever thought possible." The tension in the room was thick as the alien delegation exchanged uncertain glances. Finally, Commander Vorak spoke. "We will consider your words, human." The security team lowered their weapons slightly, but remained on alert. Harris nodded curtly. "I trust you will. But remember, Earth is not a place you can tame." With that, Captain Harris turned and disappeared into the shadows, leaving the alien scientists to contemplate the true nature of Earth and the deadly consequences of underestimating its inhabitants.